Cybersecurity has become a major issue for organizations handling sensitive governmental information. On June 15th of 2016, all contractors and subcontractors handling federal data for DoD, GSA, or NASA fell under new federal acquisition regulations requiring protection of federal controlled unclassified information, also known as CUI. Since 2006, ACR2 Solutions has been automating computer protection protocols published by the National Institutes of Standards and Technology. These automated NIST protocols are used by banks, financial institutions, hospitals, and medical practices. Automation of NIST protocols allows small and medium-sized organizations to meet cybersecurity standards without hiring scarce and expensive experts. The most recent NIST protocol to be automated is NIST 800-171. This document details procedures for protecting controlled, unclassified information, which is handled by most federal contractors. In January 2016, the United States Director of National Intelligence told an audience at the Naval Academy that cyber issues have now become the top threat to U.S. national security. Cyber issues are not restricted to classified information. In addition to classified information, there is a much larger body of controlled, unclassified information that has now come under federal regulation. As of June 15, 2016, the rules on controlled, unclassified information protection were expanded to cover all contractors handling federal information for DoD, GSA, or NASA. Although effective and well documented, the NIST cyber safeguards are not user-friendly. Many small businesses lack the technical sophistication to use the NIST documents directly. At the same time, small businesses are increasingly targeted for cyber attacks because they are easy targets. Small businesses here defined as single location organizations with 20 or fewer staff. Using automation and software initially developed for larger projects, it is now possible to quickly and inexpensively secure small sites to NIST standards. Small sites using this technology have reached initial NIST cybersecurity compliance in as little as 7 days. Rapid cyber compliance begins by locating the data to be protected and reviewing the existing safeguards. The online safeguards inventory allows comparison of existing safeguards with a list of safeguards recommended by the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Day 2 of the approach to rapid cybersecurity compliance involves creating the initial information security risk assessment using the NIST protocols. The automated software allows creation of a quantitative risk assessment in only a few minutes. Risks to the integrity, availability, and security of protected information are divided by the NIST into environmental risk, human error, malicious insider, and malicious outsider attacks. In the NIST protocols, information security risks are designated as low, medium, or high. High risk scores are marked in red. Many of the high initial risk scores are due as much to lack of documentation as from actual risk or true lack of security. After the initial risk assessment, a list of needed safeguards is created and prioritized. 6 or 8 key safeguards are typically identified as needing immediate action. Some of these safeguards, notably SI3 antivirus and CP9 information system backup, are typically in place but not fully documented. Other policies such as IR4 incident response may need to be created using examples based on other small business experiences. The color-coded small site safeguard examples are readily modified to meet local conditions in a few hours. After management approval, safeguards are signed, dated, and distributed to affected staff. Online security training for all employees with access to protected information includes review of key cybersecurity standards. Managers and technical staff may be provided with additional training as needed. The status of the newly updated policy and training safeguards is typically recorded on day 5, followed by creation of a second risk assessment. Typically, the documentation and assessment will require less than 1 hour. Risk assessments updated following training, initial policy creation, and existing safeguard documentation will typically show a much improved risk status. Environmental and human error risks are significantly reduced by employee training and the documentation and upgrading where necessary of backup procedures. Risk due to malicious insiders and malicious outsiders usually remain undesirably high at this point in the process. Dealing with malicious insider and malicious outsider risks will often involve installation of a bidirectional intrusion protection device. The CUI cybersecurity rules effective June 15, 2016 specifically require real-time scans during file transfers. Small UTM appliances like the SonicWall Soho unit are readily available and can be installed by most network administrators. Following the input of the UTM data, a new risk assessment can be created by pressing the Finalize Answers button. On day 7, after 1 full day of UTM activity, the organization should be able to document initial NIST cybersecurity compliance. Risks in green are defined as being low and require only monitoring. Medium risks, marked in yellow, require remediation in a reasonable period of time, typically defined by regulators as 1 year. This allows plenty of time for office managers to create and implement additional recommended safeguards. Under the new CUI cybersecurity regulations, contractors have responsibility for the cybersecurity of their subcontractors. Using the ACR2 automated cybersecurity software, it is possible for contractors to monitor the real-time compliance of their subcontractors, allowing them to anticipate and prevent data incidents by unprepared subcontractors. The automated ACR2 Enterprise Risk Management System can be used to manage risks for groups of sites and groups of groups. Existing ACR2 customers are handling security for dozens of locations from a single console. While the ACR automation of the NIST CUI Compliance software can be used for organizations of any size, it's particularly suited for groups of small organizations. Small organizations, here defined as single-site operations with up to 20 people, are particularly hard to secure in a cost-effective fashion using manual methods. A small site bundle of 50 site licenses and an enterprise console is available for a total cost of $7,500 a month. Additional licenses may be purchased in lots of 10 for $1,500 a month. For additional information, go to one of the websites or contact one of the individuals shown. Thank you for your time.